book which I'm currently reading, and it'll make you wonder sometimes if you ever come across from your childhood, if you ever felt कि यार why only that person becomes successful, or why that person suddenly becomes successful, or why that person's YouTube channel has millions of subscribers, or why this person is getting a lot of views, or why this person is getting too much of recognition in office. So like a normal person, what happens all of a sudden? Now we all can say that he must have had 10 years of hard work or 5 years of hard work and suddenly you see overnight success. Yeah, we all know that. But there's a basic science behind it. And to give a very simple example, just try to relate with this example, and I'll cover maybe the good content in the next book club, is imagine water, and you start boiling water in your kitchen, and slowly steam mein rakh diya aapne, it's like slowly boiling, so the heat is already there. So heat dheere dheere ho raha hai, and maybe after a minute, after 1.5 minutes, water goes to a point where suddenly it turns to be steam, right? So it was almost water, and just after a point it converts to steam. And in a very simple language, what this book or this author calls is a tipping point. When you keep becoming warmer, you go to a level which you don't know where you are, and that level is your tipping point. The whole idea is to pick this topic is because my heart connects with this topic. I believe the more closer, the more warmer you become towards your passion and aspiration, you reach to a tipping point of your own where you are unstoppable. And hardly, I don't know how many people reach that tipping point. I'm sure all of you have not reached, I suppose. And maybe a few people have reached, and maybe we see in multiple outside and how people are growing in their life. But this is where the tipping point comes to the picture. The threshold, a point where you transform to a new level. And nature does that, so can you. And sometimes a lot of businesses, if you just see the pandemic and even the Paytm, or if you see after this demonetizing, suddenly Paytm got such a boost. They never thought about it ever. Paytm can actually capture all the small business, everyone's market, and people are just transferring money here and there. But a tipping point happened and suddenly things got changed. So that is what you have to find your own tipping point. And I'll cover this book. I think, I don't know if people can see this Malcolm Gladwell book, The Tipping Point. It is amazing. One of the best book you can read. If you read this book, you will never get bored, because the kind of content, case study it is bringing, and when you relate with your personal life, it goes to a next level, and you observe your own career also going to the tipping point as well. So I'll just cover the 3 characteristics. One of the characteristics of the tipping point is contagiousness. The second is the fact that little causes can have big effects. And the third, the change happens not gradually, but at one dramatic moment. That is where the tipping point is. And just to conclude, I'll give you a very simple example, giving you another example which will really help you to relate. Imagine if you have a piece of paper. Maybe you are aware of this example. You fold once. कोई भी paper ले लो, अभी you can just take a paper, fold once, and fold twice, fold thrice, and now I'm going to ask you a question. Suddenly, whatever answer you get, you just respond to me. What happens when you fold this paper once, twice, thrice, and 50 times? What happens? How much is the thickness comes? Can't think. You have to just suddenly visualize what comes, right? Maybe this much, or maybe until the bench strength, or maybe the house and all. But if I tell you the reality, it will blow your mind. If you fold 50 times the paper, you will reach to sun. That's the power. And you fold once again, you come back to earth again. That is the power of, you can call it compounding, or at a point where the point tips, the tipping point you reach. So I'll cover more of the tipping point, where I'll tell you how do you apply this few rules in your life where you can make this law work for you. And this is going to be exciting. So I think that's about it.